Hey, Cancer. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer. Whew. This is a heavy energy and matters of the heart. So we'll take a look at what you're thinking, feeling, and actioning. And we'll take a look at the person on your mind, what they're thinking, feeling, and actioning. We'll look at the shared energy between the both of you and where it's going. Something heavy has went down here. Bottom of the deck, you do have the heartbreak card. This talks about feeling deeply hurt and sad, even a bit lost on the journey, maybe even grief or despair. There certainly has been a breakup that you have endured or you are currently going through. And I see there was a shock. There was a shock to the system. Someone wasn't being honest. Perhaps there was a snake here, competition. And an enemy even, the other woman looking over your shoulder. It led to heartbreak and pain. It led to a separation and loss, some sort of deception and lies. And I see that this has gone on in the past because bottom of the deck is the heartbreak card, and I pulled this card with it. It's healing the heart. So it tells me that you've been working on healing from a heartbreak, maybe even an abusive relationship or a toxic or addictive energy here. But I see in the present, you have the coffee cup. This could be meeting and talking. It can be savoring a conversation. It can be feeling elevated, building a new friendship. Now, I don't feel it's with the person who's hurt you, but it certainly could be. So let's take a look at the energies between you and the person on your mind, whether this is a person that you are currently with, separated from. Perhaps this is someone you have yet to meet. We'll look at what's going on here for you. Cancer, you're starting off with the moon energy. That's in your thoughts, which is interesting because moon energy is Pisces, which is water. So I do feel like your emotions may be clouding your judgments, clouding your thoughts, but you are confronting something here. You're confronting it head on. I feel like you are confronting a fear. You're confronting a shadow, which is big. It's important. And when the moon shows up, there's been secrets. But I see here that something is being exposed, something that may have even been hidden from view. But your intuition knew. Your intuition is always going to elude you of something that doesn't feel right. And when it comes to a situation of the past, even though it was a shock factor, you may now be looking back on it and you're like, yeah, that didn't feel right, or I knew something was off. Try not to be so harsh on yourself because we can beat ourselves up. We can be our own worst enemy, our own worst critic. But I see you confronting a shadow here, and this is actually how you enter into a new phase of your life. This is how you elevate yourself, because you can see that there's a portal, but it does require him to face a shadow. How are you feeling? You're feeling like it's time, temperance, patience, as well as self-control. And I feel you are trying to get back to a place of balance within your feels, your emotions. Something really set you for a loop. Something kind of took you for a little bit of a loop. It felt crazy. It felt out of control. And it is important to give yourself at this time that tender love and care that you desire and need. This is also Sag energy. So Sagittarian is taking over the majority of December. So I do feel like you are facing something, you're overcoming it here, and you're bringing balance and restoring your equilibrium back into your life. Cancer, whatever's been going on for you, you had to do some shadow work from it, from the backstabbing. Now, this could be a family member. It could be a best friend. It could have been a lover. It's caused some sort of separation. The deception caused a separation here, and it still may be causing you to respond or react in all relationships in your life in a hurtful way. Meaning you may be carrying up a wall, right? Or holding up a wall here. Now, what is your action? I definitely feel like you have sat in that pain, but the action now is past pain receding and hope emerges. You're changing your focus because the Five of Cups is emotional loss. It's disappointment, broken heart, betrayal, bitterness, depression even. You've sat in that. I see that here with this past energy of the snake, the backstabbing, and the heartbreak. You've sat in something quite heavy. But now the time has come to shift the focus here for you. And by doing so, this is going to bring balance back into your life. But it's not going to be easy, okay? It's not going to be easy because you're facing some sort of demon. You're facing some sort of fear. But I also see here for you, the moon is our intuition. The moon can help us face the shadows. So subconsciously, something is being brought to your conscious awareness, brought to your mind, which is good. It's brought to the forefront in order for you to see it, because when you're able to see it, you can't unsee it any longer. And so you're going to take this approach of, okay, I've been sitting in this for a long time. I've been healing through this energy for a long time. Now I may be ready to show up. And that's why you have the coffee cup. And this could be showing up, meeting and talking to new people. Maybe it is meeting and talking to someone who hurt you. Maybe it's forgiveness. It can be building a friendship, building something new here. Let's take a look at the person on your mind. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they actioning? All right. Well, they're staying silent. They're not talking, possibly. They may also not be listening to their intuition. They have the High Priestess showing up here in reverse. There was a secret. There was definitely a secret, and they weren't honest with you. Bottom of the deck, the shared energy between the both of you is the Star, healing. Now, this person is withholding or has detached with this High Priestess in reverse. It feels like they weren't listening to you. It feels like they are not willing to listen, because they're showing up in their feelings as the Emperor. It almost gives me an air of my you know what don't stink, right? It feels like this person is on a high horse here. It feels like they've come to a point of themselves that I feel like they're about to be humbled. They're about to be humbled in a sense. And it's going to cause them to reach out. So what are they thinking? Well, first of all, I feel like they want to come clean. There's something about coming clean, something about secrets coming to the forefront, trusting one's intuition. Because when we go against the grain, it causes cognitive dissonance. It causes us to feel disassociated in a sense when we are feeling one way but thinking the other. And it feels like this person hasn't listened to their intuition in the past, and now they're being humbled by a situation here. They're being humbled by a new experience. The Emperor showing up here, this person could have Aries placements. It feels like there could have been a hint of control, a hint of dominance, maybe even narcissism. Okay, if this is a person that hurt you in the past, or if this is someone new coming in for you, Cancer, I feel like this person, you don't know them yet, or you haven't talked to them much, but they are showing up as an Emperor in the upright. So I feel like this person, it may be that they're keeping silent because they have been humbled and there's something that they're really trying to work through or work on. And I feel like it's this healing because you have the shared energy of the Star. Now, what is the action that they are going to take? The Three of Pentacles. They're going to reach out, but it may not be till Aries season. I mean, we do see Sagittarian season here, and even Aquarius. So Aquarius, January, February is what I'm seeing here for you. January and February is when there could even be forgiveness. Even if you do not come together physically, it just feels like there's been a lot of healing and pain on both your ends because of some sort of secret, some sort of withholding or detaching from an individual, from an energy. But I see that this person wants to reach out. They want to connect after they feel like they have shifted their energy from maybe the Emperor in reverse to the Emperor in the upright. When they have a solid offer that they can come back to you with, I feel like that's when they're going to step up into their power and take the lead. So they're still working on that right now. They're still keeping something to themselves. They may have reached out. They may have wanted to talk. They may have shared some insight with you, but it feels like there's still a time lapse. There's still something with timing. I'm getting like 1 year. The last year could have been significant, or maybe a year is going to take place between the both of you before some change happens or occurs. Now the Three of Wands, or excuse me, Three of Pentacles energy here can be about cooperation and collaboration. This person may be getting help here, or this individual, there could be third party energy, or there may have been, maybe that was part of the backstabbing. It feels like they are trying to collaborate. They're trying to build up their life. They're trying to become a better version, even if you can't see that. With the shared energy being the Star, this was a destined relationship, or is a destined relationship that is here to teach you how to unshackle, right? You see the chains that are being broke free. And it feels like something held you captive. Some sort of chains were bound on both of you. And there were illusions, there were lies, there were possibly third-party energies. There may have been a separation. There could have been someone on the outside that interfered with this union. I want to pull a card to clarify. I want to pull and see what this Emperor means. Is he in the upright? Is he in the reverse? Is he coming back with a solid offer? Let's look at that Emperor. The Six of Cups, cherish memories. Yeah, they do cherish you. There is something here about soulmate energy and memories of the past. This person does think about that past that they had with you when things were good. 10 of Cups here. You could be married to this individual, or this is a commitment where families were intertwined. And I feel like they want to reach out. They want they want healing to occur between the both of you. And maybe there hasn't been a lot of love. There hasn't been a lot of touch or connection. So let's see what the advice is, Cancer. What is the advice? The base chakra. To take a look at the foundation you've built and address the cracks, because something here feels wounded. Something with the root chakra, which is formulated between the ages of 0 and 7. This is our lower extremities from our root region, right? Our perineum region to the toes, right? It's from the hips to the toes. And I feel like you have readjusted what foundation and stability and family really looks like. There's something with that being shaken up a bit. So perhaps some of you are dealing with some inner child wounds. You may be looking at the way that your parents have connected. Now we're seeing the Six of Pentacles. There is an opportunity to give and receive here, to bring this into balance. But it is going to require you to change your focus. If something happened in the past that was heavy, that was difficult and challenging, in order to face a fear, face a shadow, we have to accept that something happened and to start to tell a new story. Because you may keep repeating an old story and may even keep bringing it up to this person, and it may cause them to detach. It may cause them to say, well, maybe Cancer doesn't really want to move forward and I'm not even sure what to do. And so they're trying to receive help, maybe guidance, or maybe they have left the union or stepped out of it. But I see that there is a foundation here that can be built on, or has been built on, reciprocity. And it just feels like something has been one-sided. Now, if this is a person you have yet to meet, if this is a new person, I feel like you haven't talked to them yet or haven't met them. They may be an emperor and maybe they're focusing on their family. Okay, it could be Three of Pentacles here, can be reaching out. They may be putting themselves out there, maybe online dating sites, or they could be busy. I mean, the Emperor is busy. They don't have a lot of time to go looking for love, but I feel like they are going to seek it. They want to heal, but it's also a destined relationship. So I don't feel like tons of looking has to happen. You may meet this individual and I'm getting an unusual environment, but I see that there definitely can be a coming together here. Now, what's the action to take between you and this energy? What's the action and the outcome? What's the action and the outcome, please? The action is the Devil in reverse. Master your thoughts. Master your emotions. What's the outcome? Release. Death energy, transformation. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. All right. Whew. When I see the Devil, this tells me that something toxic, whatever was toxic here, whatever the snake was, whether it was competition, adversity, an enemy, the other woman, constantly looking over one's shoulder, maybe it was trust. There was a bondage here between energies, and it kept one feeling very disappointed. It kept one in that betrayal cycle of depression and bitterness and pity. But I do see a turning point. I do see a release happening, whether this is a physical release of this union in order for you to move forward and meet and talk to someone where you feel elevated as a soul having a human experience where you can build a friendship, because the Three of Pentacles is the card of friendship. You could meet this person out in a group of friends, or it could be someone part of your friend group. And this could be someone who is a boss or an owner of a business. They may have intuitive hits, but they keep them to themselves, but they are spiritual. There is a destined dynamic between you and this individual. And if this is someone that you're currently in a union with, but there's been too much for you to go back on, if there's been too much heartache, and the star is saying here that this is star-crossed lovers, because this can be star-crossed lovers. Maybe there is someone in another relationship, or you cross paths, but it didn't work out for the long term. I feel like you're mastering something by removing the rotten pieces with that Devil. Addictions, obsessions, codependency, bondage, whatever tempts us. And this is also Capricorn energy. So again, we're seeing Capricorn and Aquarius and Sag playing out. So the next 3 months when it comes to love are going to be pivotal for you, because the final outcome is release. You're releasing yourself from something that it felt quite heavy with that moon, right? It felt like it was hidden from you. And I see you bringing it back into balance here. You're bringing yourself back into balance with the Temperance. This is self-control, tender love and care, right? And in order to do that, we must release and go through this spiritual rebirth. This is a transition. This is a change. This is liberating yourself. Yes, something may have been out of your control, but what you can control now is how you react to it, how you embrace the changes ahead. And instead of resisting change, it's important to embrace change. And the best way to do that is to master whatever the devil has bonded you to by cutting some cords, cutting some ties. Whew, this is deep. All right, a lot of the love readings for the month of December have been quite intense, Cancer, but I see that it's because we're evolving. It's because we are no longer in the same energy that we were even 2 months ago. And situations that are not fulfilling, or situations that we are meant to heal and work on, we need to level up. There's a leveling up of the playing field. And that's why you're feeling elevated here. So I definitely see that there's a new beginning coming in. Death and rebirth is all about a new beginning. Let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. What's the message here? Regeneration. Look at that. I think it was Aries as well that actually had that card. And you have Aries showing up here in your reading. So if you're dealing with an Aries, you may want to check that one out. Or Aries season could be a big one for you. This is about rebirth. That's your outcome, right? Second chances even. New opportunities. And the relationship message for you, Cancer, is this. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss. And in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. So first of all, there's the feeling of elevation, right? Love is rising up to greet you. You see the coffee beans. Someone could drink coffee. They may have a coffee obsession or fixation. You could meet someone at a coffee shop. Someone may brew their own coffee. I mean, they may have the equipment and everything to make a good cup of Joe. Someone's name could be Joe. Now we see the illusions here. That's what the moon is. And I feel like you are confronting something as it says. You're confronting the loss that has occurred in the past, and you're realizing that there is life after death. Some of you could be widowed, right? Or there is love after loss, after a heartbreak. That there is, you know, in this moment, you are embracing a new opportunity. You're changing your focus. Because the 5 of Cups, when that shows up in our feels, oh, you've been feeling the feels. That can be heavy. The 5s are challenging, right? They are conflicting. And the fact that you have all the other energies, you've gone through something here very deep. And it's taken you a little while to work through some of the shadows. But be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Now, endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die so that something better can take its place. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There's no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You are about to be reborn. Whew. I mean, it's going hand in hand. I almost feel like there's a strong pull to kind of let this energy do what it needs to do. If there's silence here, or if there is, you know, someone's cut off communication, or maybe they have been trying to reach out. But I feel like the facts, like it says, the facts are the facts. And if someone is just talking the talk, not walking the walk, a decision needs to be made, because there's some sort of toxicity that is bound to this relationship. And for those of you that have been someone's third party, for those of you who've been caught in a triangulation of some sort, that could be what you are releasing in order to be reborn and meet an emperor in the upright. To meet someone who elevates you, to meet someone who is spiritually connected and willing to reach out instead of holding back or detaching when things may get difficult. All right, Cancer, let's get a message here from your crystals. At this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this could be a crystal that you're familiar with and maybe even know the name of. Perhaps you're seeing a color, hues of blue, turquoise, purple, pink, green or yellow, or any other color in your mind's eye. Your gemstone could hold a specific shape, heart-shaped, square, circular. Maybe it's clustered, rutilated, polished, or in its rawest form. Your crystal could be emitting frequencies of unconditional love, protection, strength, or power. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Cancer, is drop whatever you are seeing, whether you know the name, whether it's a color, the size, the frequency, whatever was showing up in your mind's eye, drop it in the comment section below the video and I will enter you into the free reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, we have hematite. Hematite is all about becoming grounded, getting back to earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. The relationship message is this: love is a verb expressed through loving actions. Hematite spirit is calling you to take loving action towards someone whom perhaps you've been taking for granted just a bit. It's much too easy to forget people's wonderful qualities and all they give us, for our brains are designed to pay more attention to problems and dangers. Make a point today of expressing love and appreciation to others, from making love to your romantic partner, to offering a thank you to a neighbor, or doing something special for a friend today. Say, I'm so glad you are in my life. Relationships are the foundation that supports you in turbulent times. Nourish them today. There's the foundation, the base chakra. So even if there is a separation of energy from someone that you had built a foundation with, it's important to nurture the people that are in your life. Cancer. As we evolve on our earthly journey, we release what is no longer true for us, and we receive and integrate new information, thus becoming enlightened. The purpose of life, right? Hematite is the stone that helps us take these new ways of thinking and being and ground them into our daily reality, bringing light to our lives and to those around us. So for those of you that have struggled with finding balance mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually, this is one of my favorite grounding crystals. This can recenter you when you meditate with this. It can help you reconnect to all things, especially nature. So hematite spirit is calling you. All right, Cancer, last but not least, what's the final message from nature, from the earth? You have the red maple, and this one's shot out. It says, you fight for those who can't fight for themselves. So there is a message here about, asking yourself what is worth fighting for, and also not taking on other people's stuff. You are very courageous, you are ambitious, and you are an advocate for others. And I definitely feel like you are a fighter. You fight for what you want. But I also see that sometimes that can bring you to your knees. And sometimes what you're fighting for is meant to transform in your life, right? So it's no longer meant to be the way that it was. That's why you have the death and rebirth card here. You're strong, you're courageous, you are a fighter. And I feel like it's important for you to fight for yourself as well. Some of you could be fighting for a relationship. Okay, you could be changing your focus and healing something. If that is a foundation that you've built upon with this individual, it's going to require both of you to reach out, because there's been a bit of detachment. There's been a bit of illusion. But with the star card between you sharing this energy, I definitely see like there is a possibility to bring things together. Now, for those of you that have gone through an ending and maybe you've been separated from someone for some time now, I feel like you're finally ready to release all of the emotional pieces of it. Physically, that may have been released a while ago, but emotionally, you may have still been hanging on to some things caused by maybe an Emperor in reverse. And you may be opening up now to an Emperor in the upright. Again, someone who elevates you, building upon a friendship that can withstand the test of time, a friendship and a love connection that can weather the storms. And I feel like that is what you truly stand for. And that's what the red maple is reminding you. That is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope this resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And don't forget to drop your crystals in the comment section below the video. Lots of love.